Hello and welcome back to this channel. Today's gonna be a super fun video piece. In just a second, we're gonna be checking out so many new LEGO sets just around the corner that is about to be starting to be sold on LEGO.com. Now I'm so excited because this list gets better and better every single time I do one of these videos. So I'm super excited for today. Today we're gonna be hitting a lot of themes, but hopefully, fingers crossed, there'll be a little bit more announced in the next maybe 5 days coming up to LEGO release day. As always, before we do go ahead and start today's video, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you're not upset video, and please like this video. Let's go ahead and go straight over to the first one. I have a feeling you guys are going to really like it. Yoda. This is a very, very cool one. Now, this is coming out April 26th, so very exciting one there. I do feel like this one's going to be a very, very popular one for, number one, LEGO building and putting it in your collection, and number two, investors. I just feel like, especially with it being a part of Star Wars especially, it's going to be very, very big. I really do like the lightsaber design. That's very, very cool. And above all, it's Yoda. So, this one's very, very cool. Now, again, it's going to be coming out on April 26th. It's going to be $39.99, so actually a lot cheaper than I was expecting this to be. The set number is going to be 75438. Has almost 400 pieces, with it being 399, and ages 18 and up, of course. So, pretty cool one there. Definitely a really cool design. You get the minifigure, which is definitely a plus. And heading over to the next one, we got basically an identical one as that, but they've been really coming up with these bust ones very lately. So I feel like every year we always see like a new theme that LEGO just absolutely hits super hard. Like, we got the mechs, we got the helmets, we got so many incredible LEGO sets. So this is one of those new themes LEGO's trying out, and they look very cool. So this is going to be the Darth Vader bust. Now this one, like the other one, like Yoda, it's coming out on the 26th of April. So very exciting stuff there. Now, of course, the set number is going to be 75439, 349 pieces, so a little bit less pieces than the other one. And what doesn't really make sense is it's more expensive than Yoda. So, that's definitely a very confusing area. Maybe a lot bigger pieces. That could be probably the biggest possibility. But this one's also going to be 18 and up. So, now we got the... I don't even know. This one's pretty cool. Very cool minifigures. Now, we got the Moon Rocket. Ideas, like you said, of course. Set number is going to be 21367. This one's also going to be coming out on LEGO release day, which is super exciting. This is going to be coming out on April 1st. So very awesome stuff there. Six minifigures. That is awesome. Now, as always, I'm not familiar with this, so I don't really know who and what the minifigures are. So I feel like that's going to really fall in a lot of other areas. So we'll just have to really see how it does and really go off of like investing data off of that. But pretty cool stuff there. Again, this also has a lot of pieces, with it being 1,283, which means we're going to be looking at a very high price. At it being 500, woo, at it being $160. Wow, $500 would be crazy, extreme inflation. And last thing we're going to be talking about for this, like you said, is it is ages 18 and up. Very cool there. Now we got the Peanuts Snoopy's Doghouse. Very cool. Really, I mean, I love the movies. Grew up watching them. Lots of exciting stuff. Super exciting stuff there. There we go. Ooh, that was really quick. Okay. So that's, I guess, I see what they're doing now. I was going to say there, wow. But definitely very cool. A lot of great designs. I mean, and I think for like just the Snoopy franchise, I mean, I think it's really up there, and I think this could be a really good investment. Now, you're going to want to set your calendars a little bit farther, because this is coming out on June 1st, so quite some ways away, but it is a very cool design. So, this one is going to be a little bit expensive, with it being $90. Set number is going to be 21368. It has 964 pieces and ages 18 and up. Then, heading over to the next one, we got the Germany postcard. Now, I will say, I've sold postcards before. I've invested in them, and they've done so well. I mean, when I started selling, when I started listing Lego sets last year, my first thing that sold out was the postcards, which is interesting because it's never been my go-to Lego set, which I think is really interesting. But this year we were supposed to see, I believe, London and New York. I think I didn't. I should have checked before today's video, but I believe that's what was supposed to retire, and then it was taken off about, well, this time of 2025. So we'll have to just kind of cross our fingers and hope to see if we are going to see any more retire. But for the most part, this one's pretty cool. It is going to be a little bit of kind of that middle feeling price. Don't know if it's the most worth it for the price or if it's actually a really, really good price, kind of in that middle feeling area. This is going to be a $15 Lego set. Set number is going to be 6. It's going to be 40954. Again, this is also coming out on Lego release day, April 1st. 240 pieces in ages 9 and up. Now, this one is cool. I'm still trying to put pieces together, trying to figure out like exactly what's going on, because it kind of looks like it'd be like a promotion. So I'm kind of in that in-between area. I don't really know if I love it. I don't really know if I kind of don't like it. I'm kind of just, again, in that middle area. But this is going to be the gift box celebration. It is $20. Again, it's coming out on Lego release day, which is so exciting, April 1st. Set number is going to be 40871, 224 pieces in ages 7 and up. Very, very cool stuff there. Now let's get kind of a 360 of this really quickly. Sides look really good. Now just kind of the back part of the Lego set, not a ton of exciting stuff, but the front is very, very cool. Heading over to the next one, we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures, brickheads, kind of just a cluster of words there, but this is going to be $40. It's a little bit expensive, but I will say, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys from the perspective of a Lego investor. I started selling last year, so I invested, and I started selling about a year later to help those do good. And then just over time, they never sold. I mean, I don't even know how many listings I had out there for brickheads, but I could not sell a single one, which was extremely nerve-wracking because I put a lot of money and I think I had maybe 30 Lego sets. I was going to say 30 different Lego sets, but that's not possible. But I think I had like 6 different minifigures. I had 6 different brickheads, and I had like 5 of each, or maybe even 10, some of them. But I just could not sell a single one. So I've always been like top tier big brickheads fan, but after that I was kind of like, oh, is that actually a really bad investment? Then I got into new sites. I started selling on Poshmark. I started selling on international a lot more on like eBay and stuff. So off of that, we've been able to sell a little bit. And then I went on to Brick Economy, Bricklink, and I mean, they just shot up. I mean, extremely profitable, extremely popular, and I mean, just absolutely awesome. But I will say, out of every Lego set, some of my favorite things are the brickheads. So I'm very, very, very hyped about this. And I mean, honestly, I think this one could do very, very well. So again, kind of going away from story time right there. This is going to be coming out on April 1st, aka Lego release day. Again, $40 Lego set. Set number is going to be 40878. It has 567 pieces in ages 10 and up. Very exciting stuff there. Now, we got the New Republic X-Wing Starfighter. This is really, really cool. And what I really do like about this is it kind of brings you back to just the movie franchise. I mean, even though this is kind of, we saw a lot of the X-Wing in the movies, and just with like Luke and just literally everything. What I do miss is we're not really pushing towards that area anymore. I've really noticed that with Lego. We've really hit Mandalorian very, very hard. And I mean, I love Mandalorian, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of Mandalorian Lego sets for Star Wars out there. I mean, just maybe a little bit of some of those out there, but I think it's very odd with, I mean, maybe we did see R2-D2 in The Mandalorian, but from what I remember, I don't exactly remember seeing R2-D2 in it. I remember seeing the other droid, but I think it's really odd why they put Mandalorian on the box. And it's more of a... I mean, who are the minifigures too? So, I mean, I guess we got a different droid. Was that... Okay, that makes sense. The screen's so small, it looks like it's blue. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. It is green. So, I'm gonna... My bad there, but as always, very, very cool Lego set. Lots of exciting stuff. Now, again, this is coming out on April 1st. It's going to be $70 or $69.99. Set number is going to be 75460. 558 pieces and ages 9 and up. Super, super exciting stuff happening there. I mean, again, what a beautiful design. Then, we've gotten so many planes lately, and I'm really, really excited about that because I'm a big, big aviation fan. I really do love looking at planes, just admiring that designs and architecture and just the technology that makes them fly is absolutely incredible. So these are really, really cool to look at. Now, fortunately, I don't have much room to store like a Lego set like that, so it's very, very hard for me to be able to build and build and build Lego sets without kind of taking a room, putting it in shelves. So I guess in some ways it's good because I'm saving a little bit of some money in that area of not spending and spending and spending on trying to get a bigger and bigger collection. But at the end of the day, it's a little bit of because I can't do as many like Lego builds on this channel. But this is very, very cool. It is very, 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 with many varies in that sentence, expensive. $220 or $219.99. Very, very expensive. This is coming out on April 4th. So one of those like more extreme Lego sets that's just absolutely insane. Now this is very, very cool. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because that's a lot to say, but set number is going to be 11378. 4 minifigures. Very, very good there. 1,903 pieces and ages 18 and up. Now we got the AT-RT Attack. Very, very cool. Now, something I'm really, really excited about is this kind of reminds me of like check out the box, like older Star Wars box design. So I think that's really, really cool because it takes me back to like 5 or 10 years ago when like the box design was just a lot more older. Another exciting thing about this is it reminds me of kind of like a battle pack in a way. It's a simple build, for some reason extremely expensive for what you're getting, but minifigure selection is a little bit small. I mean, just 3 minifigures and I guess Grogu. I'm going to count Grogu in that section, but I mean, kind of, I'll give it half credit because it's not exactly a minifigure, but it's definitely really, really cool. I really do like the designs and the actual build itself. So if you guys are more of a build instead of minifigs, I definitely recommend that this is that probably Lego set for you. It doesn't really hit that minifigure selection very, very hard, but this is gonna be $44.99 or $45 in simple terms. This is also coming out on April 26th, so quite some time away. We got about a month still now, so definitely a lot of time. But set number is gonna be 75444, 297 pieces and ages 7 and up. Now we got the Mandalorian and Grogu allies and villains. This one is really, really cool. Now, again, going back to that story time earlier, I'm a really, 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 really big fan of BrickHeadz. I've always loved the collection. Honestly, I don't know why I've never done a collection, but that's something I really want to focus on very, very soon, trying to collect as many BrickHeadz as possible. I mean, it's going to be cool. There's so many BrickHeadz out there too, which just gives even more potential to be able to collect, and just awesome stuff there. But going back on that Lego investing idea, we've seen 3 of these come out. This will be the 4th edition to the Star Wars kind of 5 BrickHead edition. So the first 2 did pretty bad. I did not invest in the first one. I invested in the second one. I believe that was the Phantom Menace. Then we got the other one last year, and I didn't really focus on that as much because I'm still struggling to make money off of my first investment with that second edition. But the one last year, I ended up picking 2 copies, and they did so well. I almost instantly sold my first copy, and I'm gonna hold on to my second copy. So if I want to build it, I can build it, or if I want to sell it later on once it can gain more value, I'm gonna do that. But as always, I don't know what to think about this. I'm kind of in that middle area of, do I invest in it? Is it risky? The thing is, I feel like a lot of people did the same thing of what I did. The first one, the one I invested in, didn't do too good. Then the second one came out and people were like, you know what, I'm going to stay away from that. So not a ton of people bought it for an investment. So the thing is, the demand was a lot higher than the other one because there wasn't many sellers out there. So I'm going to invest in a few of these, of course, maybe 2 or 3. If I'm going to try and look at more data over time to see like how sales are doing, how it's selling on other stuff. Now, as always, this is a Lego.com exclusive, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult and see how it's selling like in secondary like markets out there. But I mean, for the most part, I definitely have intentions of buying a few copies. Do I plan on buying a lot? Like 20 copies or 30? I don't know. I'm still kind of in that middle area, but again, talking about information on this, this is going to be a $40 Lego set coming out on April 26th. Set number is going to be 40856, 661 pieces and ages 10 and up. Now, heading over to the next one, we got a little bit of an interesting theme here. Now, we've seen a lot of Nike stuff come out. Now, as always, I'm not the biggest shoe person. If I buy a shoe, I'm going to wear it till I can't wear it anymore. Either I grow out of it or it's just used too much. Then I'm going to buy another one and I'm going to do the same thing with that. I'm not a big shoe collector person. So, will I buy this? Probably not. But I do think there's a lot of people that will be very interested in it. So I'm very, very excited to see really how it does over time. But I do feel like the air designs in this is really cool. That's definitely a really awesome design. But this one's going to be really expensive with it being $100. This is coming out on March 28th. So this is actually just around the corner. Set number is going to be 43025. One minifigure. Even though it's not a well-known minifigure, it's definitely very cool. And you got the Nike hat. So that is really, really cool. 1,213 pieces. So it doesn't really look like that, but very interesting there. And then ages 12 and up. Then heading over to the next one, we got the actual shoes. I think. Yes, actual shoes. Now, I think it's really interesting while Lego has focused on what Lego is known for. Something that they did a long time ago and they actually started to really, really decline from their choices is investing in other stuff besides their main product. Like shoes, shirts, hats, bags, and lunchboxes. I mean, water bottles. The list goes on and on and on. Plushies. So many things. I could keep going on. But I really think it's really odd with how Lego does that. Of course, it's really, really cool to get other merchandise with the Lego logo on it. Of course, now this doesn't have the Lego logo on it, but kind of an example there. But it is really, really cool. Now, I mean, let's just kind of click on one. If the shoe is actually $162, I'm gonna like walk out of the room. I mean, that is an unbelievable price. Now, I'm assuming that's maybe for the 7Y, but my goodness, that is expensive. I mean, the idea, the sentence of you're buying the brand really, really applies in this sentence. Goodness gracious. So, set number, not going to read that. You guys can read that on your own there because that's a lot. But outrageous price. Lots, very outrageous price. This is also coming out on March 28th. So if you guys are really wanting to look at this shoe, go ahead. I'm not stopping you guys, but very, very cool designs there. Of course, it is a Nike Lego set shoe, I guess. I'm kind of still going on that idea of it's a Lego set like the other one, but we'll just call it a Lego set for now. But for the most part, definitely interesting, but at the same time, pretty cool. Now, we got the X1 Ninja Charger 15th anniversary car. kind of a cluster of words again there, but I mean, very, very cool. Now, this is a part of the Ninjago theme. Now, I've never been that big of a fan of Ninjago, but that's also with, I've never really looked that deep into it. But this year, really, I put some investments into it. I looked into it, and honestly, it's a really cool theme. I don't know why I've never invested in it. I guess. I don't really know why, actually. But this is a really cool one with the motorcycle being able to come out. So that's an awesome thing there. But this is going to be $90. Set number is going to be 71867. This is coming out on LEGO release date on August 1st. And 691 pieces, with it being ages 14 and up. I've talked so much on this video today. But for the final and last LEGO set of today's video, we're going to be talking about the 3-in-1 creative ramps with vehicles. Now, this is very, very cool, especially for that younger audience out there. So absolutely awesome there. This is going to be $70. Do I know why? Nope. Is it expensive? Yep. So this is coming out on LEGO release day, again, August 1st. Now, if you have that younger audience for like Duplo, I've always thought Duplo's overpriced and extremely expensive, but at the end of the day, for that younger audience out there, I really do feel like these are awesome for that younger audience out there. So this is going to be 111 pieces, ages 3 and up, of course. And I mean, you guys could say there's not a lot for offering in this LEGO set, but at the end of the day, there's so much. We got the ramps in different colors. We got the actual ramp itself. We got the hoop. We got the cars. We got the fire. So many incredible stuff here for that younger audience. But as always, every single thing from this is always awesome, especially with like that younger audience for Duplo. But as always, sadly, this is going to be the end of the video. Now, I do want to talk about some updates for Go Forth Bricks lately. Now, there's been a lot of stuff I've been trying to do. Now, some of my top stuff this month and so on heading into summer is trying to grow more of a community with this channel. I really feel like from posting, it's just kind of been videos out there. So I really want to focus on doing different stuff and trying to bring you guys more into like the conversations. I'm going to look into possibly going live, maybe on like LEGO release day, or maybe Black Friday, or maybe like, I mean, we got Amazon just around the corner with their spring sale. So I think there's a lot of opportunities throughout that area. I'm also looking at doing posts every single day. Now, I'm hoping to schedule a few very, very soon, but the first one I've done in a very long time is what is your go-to LEGO deals retailer? Now, I don't know why I completely forgot to add Amazon to it, but lots of stuff there, and in the end, you guys ended up picking Lego.com. I completely agree. I actually think I was the one that clicked Target on my main channel, so very interesting there. But as always, if you guys do want to questions out there, I would love to hear what you guys want me to question out there, and you can do that in the comments below. But as always, sadly, this is going to be the end of the video. I'm also focusing on a lot of other types of videos. You guys have really noticed that a lot lately with a lot more videos coming out. So lots of great stuff to offer, and I'm going to be looking at doing a lot more builds, a lot more just kind of moving away from the LEGO investing area and focusing on more like challenges, builds, maybe going up to the LEGO store and filming that and just kind of filming the experience. Lots of opportunities and lots of videos I'm starting to plan. So if you guys do want to help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. You guys can do so by subscribing, hitting the bell notification on all. I actually really strongly recommend doing that one, and of course I strongly recommend hitting that like button because it really does help the channel grow in that long run. So especially, we do have playlists out there if you guys do want to check those out. And above all, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Of course, if you guys do want to check out any of our other videos, I would greatly appreciate it. Above all, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for spending your time today to watch this video and supporting the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace